This is Film Trigger. Stevie Cade.
I don't need breast implants. I lost 90 pounds. I have my own kids.
Seth Draven.
So by that logic, George Clooney is the best live-action Batman we have ever gotten.
Ramon from Hit or Miss TV.
If Justice League 2 isn't announced in 2022, I will shave my hair bald live on air.
Streaming from Studio 47. Film Trigger's Drive-By News begins now.
I forgot to put us on screen. That's a good way to start.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Oh, well, it looks like I don't know. I'm getting mixed messages from Ramon.
What now?
He might be here. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll
all right.
see. He might show up. But tentatively speaking. See, okay, guys. Here's what's going on. It's 6 o'clock. We go live at 6 o'clock, and now I'm getting messages from Ramon. Oh, no, it wasn't Ramon. Sorry. Oh, never mind. No, it's Monte. Monte will be coming. Oh. Okay. That's what it's all in the same thread. So like it said Ramon's name on it.
Yeah. All right. That's kind of funny.
I'm telling him just to hop in. I know. Thank you for tuning in to Film Trigger, where we watch me text. All right. There we go. It looks like Monte will be with us in just a moment, but we know who we do have. We have Seth Draven. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I saw that you guys did that last week, and I totally missed out on it. Monte, I guess, will be here at some point in time. Cool. And you are here with us. Well, not quite yet. Nobody's watching yet, but you'll be here with us soon. Until then, we got stuff to cover. Like there's a decent amount. There's some interesting things coming out of CinemaCon. Now, obviously, CinemaCon is not it's not like Disney Plus or your Comic Cons. It's not huge announcements or anything like that. But it's typically just so. Who runs CinemaCon? Isn't it the theater owners, people who own the movie theaters?
Yeah, I think what CinemaCon is for the heads of companies to show the theaters what's coming. Oh, okay. So this isn't like a fan event because the only people in attendance are just critics as well. So like this isn't something that like me and you could buy tickets to. Like you have to be an official critic to even be able to go.
Oh well, so, we're official critics, man. I now
we get paid.
I don you.
We get paid to be critics.
You get paid with joy and happiness.
That doesn't count.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well we're about to start the show here. I'm kind of dancing around the issue, waiting for Monte to show up, but if you guys want to contact us, you want to leave us comments in the comments below, then do that as well. Or if you'd like, you can also give us a call live. That's 740-527-3447. I don't know why I said it like Kermit the Frog. 3447. Okay, I'm done. I'm feeling slap happy. I literally just got home off work, changed my shirt, and here I am. So let's dive into some stuff we got here. Let me turn this music off. We're on to something else. A little bit more relaxing. There we go.
I like that.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That's loud.
Welcome to Film Trigger at Night.
Film Trigger at night?
I don't know. It's really creepy, especially because you're my kid. And I'm talking like a late night show. Anyway, so besides that, let's dive into some movie news stuff. I'm trying to... Monte should be here in just a little bit. Number one, Fast X loses its director. What, 10 days in shooting?
Yep, 10 days. Oh, he's
Monte,
here.
What do you think about this? Fast X lost its director.
Oh, no, I'm sure that'll affect the quality of the movie very much.
Well, I mean, hasn't this director, what's his name? Justin Lin, hasn't he been a part of the Fast franchise?
I'm pretty sure he's directed like 5 of them.
Yeah, it's like his thing.
He has directed Fast 1 through 5, maybe. I don't know if that's true. Someone feel free to fact check me.
I don't know. I've never seen any of them past the first one.
You don't need to.
Fast franchise is not for me or any of my concern. How you doing, Monte? Welcome to the club.
I'm great. I just got home from work. Rushed to get this set up.
I'm right here with you. Well, I think I'm going to start doing different times for each show. I don't know. I haven't pulled the trigger on that decision, but I want everyone to be in. I know, trigger. Yeah.
You said it. You said the
name. No, well, because I want everyone to be involved, and I also want to like kind of jump into different time zones for when people have free time compared to other times that they're not free. Obviously, 6 p.m. is tough for like you and me. We just get home from work, and I imagine the rest of the world most of the world is like that as well. So I'm thinking maybe on Mondays I'm going to do an early edition of the show, so it's in Ramon's comfort level. He can join us, but it will also give us a midday crowd. Wednesday, I'll do like 7 o'clock. Wednesday and Friday is 7 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. I'm still toying around. I'm still tinkering little bits here and there, but that's for a good viewing experience. Now let's get back to the news. Enough about my junk. Justin Lin, exiting as director of Fast X, will remain as producer, which means nothing in this world. You can literally show up on set and they can give you a producer credit.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying producers don't do anything, but getting a producer credit doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yes.
With the support of Universal, I have made the difficult decision to step back as director of Fast X while remaining with the project as a producer. Over 10 years and 5 films, we have been able to shoot the best actors, the best stunts, and the best damn car chases. On a personal note, as the child of Asian immigrants, I am proud of helping to build the most diverse franchise in movie history. I will forever be grateful to the amazing cast, crew, and studio for their support and for welcoming. I'm pretty sure that means welcoming. Welcoming me into the Fast family. That's Justin Lin, and that comes from Deadline. Okay. Justin Lin out. 10 days after they started shooting. What happened, Seth? What
I don't know.
What do you were there? Theorize? Yeah. Thought you had notes, bro. What does this make you think? Like, what's the first thing that pops in your head when you hear this news?
This is Vin Diesel's fault.
I am Groot.
It's absolutely Vin Diesel's fault.
I am booting you out of this movie.
Vin Diesel thinks he has complete control over this franchise. So
does he not?
No, he doesn't. I mean, clearly he does, apparently, but
family.
I don't know why he does.
Well, because he's been there from the beginning. Like he probably.
So's Justin Lin.
Yeah, but he jumped on as a producer. I don't know. You could be right. It could be problems with Vin Diesel. What happened between him and The Rock?
I don't know. Nobody knows really what happened. They just started an argument. Probably Vin Diesel's fault. So Dwayne Johnson left the project, and now this director is leaving the project too. Like, I don't know. Something about this just makes me feel like it's Vin Diesel.
There's something.
Doing this.
There's a common denominator here. All right.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, listen, it could be, and we can speculate all day that it's Vin Diesel. We don't really know, to be honest, but
it's a good rumor to start.
Yes, it's a good. You heard it here, folks. Not to be taken seriously. But the thing that makes it suspicious is the fact that it just happened suddenly. This is something that's pre-planned. He's supposed to direct this movie and the 11th one, like back to back. That was his like
the 11th one.
That was his like 2-year plan, wasn't it? Like they were supposed to be working on his movies for like the next foreseeable future, and then he just backs out. Suddenly, it sounds like either something happened in his personal life where he needs to step away, and like, hey, I got to take care of my mom. She's sick, or something along those lines. Maybe he did have a falling out with Vin Diesel. Maybe he just got exhausted and he said, "This is too much. I gotta clear my head."
Hello.
What's your dog's name?
Rambo.
Rambo.
He's a big sweetheart.
Rambo, what are your thoughts on Fast X losing its director?
What'd you say? I don't know, dude. That's kind of mean. I don't think Vin Diesel's that bad.
Monte, when you hear this, does it raise concern to you? I don't know if you're into the Fast and Furious movies.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. All right, they're a fun franchise. They're not for everyone. You know, no pun intended. Yeah, it's a fast food kind of movie. You know, yeah, I'm not expecting the Fast and Furious franchise to really break any kind of molds and do anything that crazy. Their stunt team is incredible. Right. That I will give them all the credit for. Their stunt team is awesome.
Well, you know what you're going into when you go into
you're not expecting to get like emotionally moved and like.
I mean, I know what I felt like watching the first one, which is why I've never watched any of the other ones. I'm just not into that. Like Monte, I think it was you I was messaging. You're asking me about the new movie. I forget the name of it.
Viking.
Yeah, you're asking.
Sorry, the Northman.
The Northman. Yeah, you're like, hey, have you watched Northman? I'm like, I'm not really into manly movies with men doing manly things. Like, like and Cars falls into that. Sports falls into that as well. Just not my cup of tea. And this movie, Fast and Furious, definitely falls into that. We have a comment here. It says Caleb Richardson, hot take. Just Vin Diesel direct at this point. It is his baby. Let him take full control and just go freaking wild. Well, is that not what he's been doing? Like,
he kills the rest of the cast and then he just makes another XXX movie.
Yeah. Well, no, this is where it gets crazy. Okay. Thank you, Caleb, for chiming in. But this is where it gets crazy. I'm going to say it right now, and you're going to see it in Fast 11. This is a sequel or a prequel to his. Oh shit! What's the name of this movie? I forgot the name of the movie. One where he's blind, or not blind, but has the Pitch Black was the first movie.
Oh yeah.
I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Riddick.
This is a prequel to Riddick. God damn.
That's a hot take,
right? That's a hot take. Yeah. Okay. Listen. Sure. I frankly, personally, I'm not invested in these movies at all, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But obviously, something happened, and whenever things happen around Vin Diesel and around these movies, they seem to be brushed under, like hush hush. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. And I think it's just because they don't want to, upset the fans or start any rumors the way that we are right now.
Yeah, that's our job.
But I mean, in all honesty, though, like the less they tell us, the more likely this kind of stuff's going to happen. Where people are going to wonder.
Come out with the facts, tell us what's going on, so we don't sit here and come up with ideas about how how Vin Diesel and Dwayne The Rock Johnson got into a fight over a woman or whatever the hell we decided to make up. They leave it to our imaginations. And when something this drastic, all of the first thing, like Seth jumped onto, the first thing you want to do is point fingers and go, it's that person's fault. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. It's easy to do that. But it's so you can break down that barrier just by giving something. I think they did give it a reason, which I don't have it up here. I think they said something about scheduling conflict or something like that, but I don't buy it because
they were saying creative differences.
Creative differences. There's another one.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that's.
Who else would he be having creative differences with?
Right.
Michelle Rodriguez, because she wants to play someone else besides the tough Latina chick.
Well, but you bring up a good point, Seth. Who else could there be a creative difference with that the director ends up leaving and not, the actor?
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's very solid. If it looks like a duck. Caleb says, or just Vin Diesel has been clamoring for a Fast and Furious / Jurassic World crossover.
Oh my God.
Colin Terrific, maybe.
Sure, why not?
Is that a thing? I've never heard of that.
Hey man, multiverses exist now. So
they've been wanting to do this for a while, actually, and I'm pretty sure they're both Universal. So they could do it without having to talk to other companies. They could literally just be like, yeah, sure, we'll do this. Fast and Furious and Jurassic World.
You know what? I'm going to put that
Fast and Jurassic.
Yeah, the Jurassic and Furious. I don't know. I can't. We'll figure out.
We're gonna ride the Raptors as a family.
I can only imagine what 10 and
In
11
space.
they went to space in the last one.
Yeah.
Like they actually did it. They actually went to space.
The only
car.
thing left to do is going back in time.
It's
Don't give
gonna
them
be a
ideas.
Jurassic World prequel, and it's all gonna okay.
It's going to take place in the world of Jurassic World, but they're actually going to travel 65 million years into the past.
There's no oil back here, so we're not going to be able to fill up our cars.
we're in the waiting game, guys.
They're going to be the things that cause the mass extinction of the dinosaurs.
That's it. This is it. It's going to come full circle. They're going to cause the extinction of dinosaurs
Because they messed with the family.
I'm going to put this in the same category as movies that will probably never happen, but I really do want to see. Even though I have no interest in Fast and Furious, but if they did, make that with Jurassic World, I probably would want to see that. Another one was 21 Jump Street and
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Yeah, they wanted to do that. That was going to be a crossover.
My God.
And there was another big one. Oh, what was the big crossover? I had it right in the forefront of my mind, but I lost it. Well, when I think of it, I'll bring it up. But yeah, there's a world of these movies where you get these collaborations, and it could work. I want, even if it doesn't work, I just kind of want it to be a thing. So, Jetty Dick Sensel, Ubo. You know what? I agree.
Profound.
Thank you. Yes, I just need a minute. Thank you. You made me really look into my inner self there. I appreciate Jetty Dick.
Jedi.
All right. What's that? Jedi Dick?
Jedi Sensei.
Oh, I thought that was an L. Okay. I've told you guys, I'm slap happy. This is what happens when you get home just from work and like you start going live. Like I feel like I'm in a fucking cartoon right now. All right. So that down. Get out of here. Okay. Fast X loses a director, probably because Vin Diesel was a dick. Who knows? Now with CinemaCon going on, we do get some updates about things. Monte, you missed this conversation. So we'll kind of recap it a little bit, but CinemaCon is going on right now.
Right.
And CinemaCon is basically where producers and directors and movie studios come and they kind of present what they have on the slate, like ready to roll, and they present it. CinemaCon is put together by people who own movie theaters. Like I forget what their acronym is, but yeah, it's an actual like community of people that own movie theaters. And what it is, it's kind of like, hey, look at this movie. It looks really great. You probably want to like reserve it for like a lot of seats when it releases. So that's what we're getting. We're getting just little teases of things, but nothing major. But we did get some Spider-Man, Sony Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Some news here for 2 and 3. Number 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be raising the bar as Spider-Verse 2 will be set in 6 different universes and include 240 characters.
Holy hell. Excuse me, buddy.
For comparison, they compared it on stage. They said the first one only had 40. So this one has 240.
How are you going to fit 200 extra characters from the like against how that can't be like you can't spend any time with anybody.
Well, they're including extras as well.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, they're not. These aren't all spider characters. They're not doing 240 spider characters.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
That'd be insane. Like this is counting everybody probably in the movie that has a line. So, but even then, though, like the first one had 40, this one has 240. That's still 200 more.
Still, right? That's
First
still my
one was
point.
Very
like,
good too. I was very surprised by it.
The first one,
yeah, that by far saved the company because the company was going pretty bad.
Sony.
Sony Animation. They were
they were on the chopping block. Because they made the Emoji Movie, which bombed, and both critically and fan-wise, everyone hated that movie. And then they made this, and the art style that they chose for it was perfect.
It was a well told movie. I'm actually not a fan of the art style that they. It's a little too choppy for me. It really fucks with my eyes. Yeah. But like the story was told pretty well. And they also did announce that the third one, they revealed the title for the third one, which is going to be Spider-Man. It's going to be Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So. Okay, sure. It's going to have 500 characters in that one. But going back to the 240 characters,
250.
Now, listen, the only thing I can think of, especially with these multiverse movies, is that like with the Flash and possibly with the one that we're about to get, Multiverse of Madness, and maybe the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. I feel like a lot of these characters are going to be like drive-by characters, just people that like you see like quick cameo, like, hey, see you later, just like when they say Ezra Miller's The Flash is going to be hopscotching through different multiverses, right? Like, okay, well, cool, he can just hopscotch through three different places and you just saw 5 characters. Is that when they say include 240 characters, I think of a character as like somebody that you get involved with, that more than just an extra in the background. You know what I mean? And am I wrong? Am I alone with this way of thinking?
I don't think anybody. I mean, maybe there was someone out there that thought there was going to be 240 fleshed out characters, but
well, I'm not saying that they're going to be fleshed out. But my point is like they're flexing 240 characters, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Because it's a lot.
It sounds like
I don't know how else to.
It sounds like too much, though, doesn't it? Does it sound like when I hear that, I don't get excited? I'm like, oh, that sounds very busy.
When you're jumping through the multiverse, I think it's okay to have 240 characters, especially when it's a Spider-Verse and there's so many different versions of Spider-Man. Now, obviously, like I said before, these aren't all going to be Spider characters, but
right. Well, I mean. Okay, true, but my point is like everyone bitched about Spider-Man 3 for having 3 villains in it.
That's a standalone movie. That was poorly written. That's the difference. We don't know if this is poorly written.
That's a good point.
Right.
This could be amazing for all we know.
I feel like
it probably will be. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. I feel like it'll be probably a little bit more like almost like Ready Player One. Where there's just like cameos of interesting characters and stuff in the back that everyone kind of knows and loves, but it'll be with characters that we're not too sure about, or only like very deep fans will really know about.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I like my fans like that deep. All right, Caleb. Caleb says, I think Sony should just drop their live action Spider-Man plans and focus entirely on building a shared multiverse of Spider-Man characters. When you say live action Spider-Man plans, do you mean just go straight to all animation? Is that what you guys take away from this? Is that?
I think they mean
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Where was that?
It was right below it.
I still don't see it.
Oh, weird.
That's weird.
I can see it. All right.
It says in animation.
Oh, I see why I can't see it.
Why?
I have a little note in the way. I don't know why it's there, but okay. Well, Seth, you're gonna have to take that down because I can't. For some reason, it won't let me access it. Thank you. Weird. That's so strange. It won't let me pass that little thing.
Weird.
Anyway, I don't know if I want them to do that. I want to see a live action Spider-Man still. I'm still hoping for Tobey Maguire to show up, or not Tobey Maguire. Sorry, Andrew Garfield. I'm still waiting for that Andrew Garfield Part 3 movie. What is it, Seth? What was that face about?
Did you not see the news earlier? He's taking a break. Andrew Garfield is from acting. He's taking a break. We're not getting that movie. At least not anytime soon.
He's taking a break.
Yeah.
The fuck's he been doing for the past 15 years?
Getting nominated for 2 Oscars, playing Spider-Man, and he's had a lot of movies come out.
Yeah, he's got a new show coming out too that actually
the FX show.
Good. Yeah.
Listen,
He's got a lot of stuff going on.
I don't believe him for a second. Sorry. He can tell me he's stepping away from acting. That's fine. We'll see. We'll see if that actually happens.
That's what you said last time.
Right. I mean, he was also very adamant that he wasn't in No Way Home. So
that's different though. That because he had to say that. He had to say he wasn't in this movie. This time he's straight up saying he's done acting. Like he's not acting in anything anymore.
Okay, all right.
I want to believe him, but I've been hurt before.
right. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear that, Seth. I was at work all day, so I didn't catch up on that. So, but okay, whatever. I still want a live action Spider-Man. I if not anything else, I still want to see where Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to go. You know, they gave us a nice little, clue of like, okay, now he's going to be back down to the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man status at the end of No Way Home. Spoiler alert. So, okay, if they give us those movies, and give us those movies,
I think what Caleb means is their plan for, Morbius and Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter and El Muerto. Like El Muerto. Like,
what the fuck is El Muerto? Can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, let's talk about El Muerto.
Yes,
do you want me to put it on it? Do you want me to create a banner?
Please do.
All right. I don't know how to pronounce or El
Muerto.
I got it. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, no problem.
All right. So before Seth, I want to hear Monte. Do you know about El Muerto?
I know a little bit. I know they picked an interesting choice for the actor.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, I don't know. I believe that he just like the mask gives him superpowers or some dumb shit like that. He's not a very well-known character for a reason, and it's because he's not that cool.
Well, he's also only been in 2 issues, Seth?
2 issues of a comic book in history. Yeah. And I don't even need to specify comic book. Those are his only appearances in any media ever.
Yeah.
Are those 2 issues. And
isn't he fighting Spider-Man?
They came out in 2006. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting Spider-Man.
So who's the actor?
It's over a parking ticket.
Who's the actor playing El Muerto? Baby?
His name is Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Okay, what the fuck is that?
He is a Bad Bunny. Not an actor. He is a rapper. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's
he's super popular. I don't know who he is, but I guess Sony's confident that he's the one that's going to get people into the seats because he's been like number 1 on the charts for like the past like 5 years or something. So like
nothing says movie star like being number 1 on the charts.
Exactly. I don't know.
Okay.
It's almost like Sony is just like they're dead set. Like, we are going to alienate our entire fan base if it kills us. It's like, I'll be damned if we make a good movie.
Maybe Caleb's right. I think Sony is now. I said this before. Sony seems to be taking a book out of Warner Brothers pages in the sense of everything that they're doing has a big old what the fuck question mark over it. Like, we can't quite figure out how or why they connect. Like, what we're this is obviously going to be set up in Andrew Garfield's Spider in his world, in that Spider-Man's world. Well, no, Andrew Garfield stepping back from acting. Oh, nope. Okay, all right.
It's like the
are we gonna get a new Spider-Man out of this?
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? Like,
what? Yeah, at this point, fuck it.
What are you gonna say, Monte? I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Oh no, it's probably just gonna be, this is gonna be a new franchise. We're gonna make something bigger and better than ever before, and then it's gonna be like Morbius 2. It's gonna be something that no one asked for, that nobody really wants. Madam Web already, like they're talking about doing that. That there's Kraven the Hunter. It's like most people are gonna sit there and be like, "Who's that?" And when you have that. And then you don't have like a very well written story, you're gonna end up with other versions of Morbius movies, or you're gonna end up with like the 2004 version of Daredevil, where
I mean, if
I'd rather get Nacho Libre 2.
If Sony keeps up with their track record, then El Muerto is just doomed to fail. Yeah. Like, because they're not good at writing their movies. I don't know why. I don't know, like, it's because they they aren't like.
Oh yeah, he's in that other movie, Bullet Train.
Bullet Train, yeah, that actually has a lot of hype around it.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't really know why.
The Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah, Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt in a movie again, and for some reason getting praised for it.
He seems like he's doing a slightly different role than normal. A little more.
Is he going to be like a wimp or something like that instead of a charming guy who's handsome and has a beautiful wife and a happy family?
He seems like his character is a little bit more introverted than what he normally plays. At least that's what I can gather from the short trailer.
Usually his acting is just summed up in, okay, I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to eat during my scene. That'll do it. And that's what he does every fucking scene that he's ever in.
So you don't think he's a good actor? Is what you're?
I think he's had a couple good roles, but no, I don't think he's a good actor.
Wow, I
just think he has such persona behind him that people believe he's a good actor.
I know. Go watch Legend of the Fall, man. Go.
That's one of his good roles. That Fight Club. That's really all that comes to mind for me.
Well, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole.
Sorry.
I don't have enough time. 7. I don't have enough time to go through all the Brad Pitt movies that I like. Interview with the Vampire. So
Tom Cruise.
So yeah, Bullet Train looks good. I know that they did show something at CinemaCon with Bullet Train.
I think they showed the first 15 minutes.
And what I heard was that like there was a 17-person kill count in the first 15 minutes. So
yeah,
if that's your thing, it sounds like it's going to be balls to the wall. So Caleb was saying it's that this bunny guy is going to be in that movie too, right?
Yeah, he's also in the new Sony movie Bullet Train. So he's already worked with Sony. So they must have saw something in him, and they were like, "Hey, you know who El Muerto is? You want to play him?"
Do you know who El Muerto is? No, neither does anybody else. So you're good.
You're in.
You're in. I also think that Sony should approach Marvel Disney about doing movies of Marvel characters set up in the Spider-Verse. Imagine an X-Men movie in the Spider-Verse art style. And that's not going to happen. I think they're going to cut ties with that confusing, mixing their genres together. I mean, if anything, they'll bring over Spider-Man into the MCU, but I don't think they're going to willy-nilly give MCU characters over to the Sonyverse. What do you think about Seth?
No, they wouldn't do that. I'll say this too while we're on this subject of Spider-Verse. I see this really dumb theory going around lately that I just think is a really dumb idea. They're saying that at the end of Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is of course is the third one, the characters are going to get transferred into live action. Why? Why do you think that? You have no reason to think that.
We want to ruin the last 3 movies we got you invested in. That's why.
Like, why do you think that? And then people are like, "Oh, well, you can take it from an animated movie to a real movie." Like, animated movies are real movies. Like,
I don't think they exist.
Well, people also want. I think they want to see like. They're like, oh no, if you just bring those characters into live action, we'll have a great movie again. Like, no, there's a more whimsical, more fantastical element when you have animated characters. Now I know, kind of jumping over in the MCU world of things with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, like people are kind of hoping that they'll see live act. Like, there's some theories out there that X-Men, the cartoon X-Men is going to show up in Multiverse of Madness and like maybe possibly show up like they're in a cartoon realm, but then like they'll break through and kind of come into that live action sort of thing. So now moving forward with the MCU bringing X-Men into it, it will be the X-Men from the animated series, but not animated. Like, it's really complicated, and it seems like such fan service that it's not practical for that to happen. So
yeah.
I just go ahead, Seth. Sorry.
Yeah, but there's even some people saying that they think this whole movie is going to take place in a live action universe instead of animation. Like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, I don't know why people think that's going to happen. There's no reason at all to support that theory.
At the end of the third movie, Miles Morales is going to wake up and be like, wow, that was a really long and vivid dream.
He's going to wake up. He's going to like say hi to his college roommate, Peter Parker.
It's going to zoom out and it's going to be like inside of a turtle's eye in the middle of a galaxy or something.
Yeah.
Can characters even percept going from... Never mind. You know what? We're going way too far into the actuality of cartoon characters coming to life. It just seems too fan servicey. Nobody wants a movie like that snuck up on them. If you want to go see Roger Rabbit because of what Roger Rabbit does, then you go see Roger Rabbit. You don't go to Spider-Man to see. Ooh, hopefully they give them the Roger Rabbit treatment where it's half cartoon characters and half real people. You know, who knows? Who knows? They can do whatever they want to do. Multiverse of Madness, one of the worlds that they pass by, it does look like a cartoon world in the trailer. So, like, who knows? Maybe that will happen. Maybe we're the mad ones for not thinking that it will. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to that, Seth? When it comes to Spider-Man? Yeah, no. Spider-Verse 2 and 3. All right.
I got nothing.
I'm going to move this up a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, no, actually, I won't. All right, a couple other things. We can just gloss by these real quick. I think we all have a common idea of how this is going to be, but Venom 3 has been confirmed. Neat.
That would make sense. That makes more sense than El Muerto and Craven and Madam Web, because the first two they made money. I didn't really like the second one. I think the first one is at least enjoyable, but
yeah,
people like them. So, and it's got like Tom Hardy in it, so you know, and people actually know who Venom is. So,
well,
yeah,
listen,
it's got that going for it.
Again, we can't sit here and be like, oh, well, this movie is gonna suck because I don't know who El Muerto is. But like at the same time, nobody knew who the hell the Guardians of the Galaxy were, and like now we all love them. So like,
people knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were. Like,
I didn't. I never heard of them.
I thought the movie was
gonna. No.
then that explains everything about you not knowing who the Guardians of the Galaxy are.
Right, but so does half of the world, or more so, doesn't read comic books, Seth. You know, that whole argument of it's not like the comics, or you should read the comics. It's just it's not valid anymore, because people like me who love to go see movies, sorry, but we're not embedded in the comic book world. And fortunately, Seth is diving into the comic book world, you know, and that's his expertise, and I can pull knowledge from him for drive-by news or whatever we do on this channel. But it's not. I shouldn't feel guilty for not knowing who a character is. Who should feel guilty is for not selling me who a character is. El Muerto might be the greatest movie of all time, but it's up to Sony to make that happen for me. You know, we live in a world where Venom 3 is about to be made with Tom Hardy starring. We have Morbius with Jared Leto, and he had Michael Keaton in there. You have Andrew Garfield, who could possibly be your Spider-Man, and we're not making these things work together. For some reason, everything just seems discombobulated. Venom 3 confirmed. Neat. Where does it lie in the world of multiverse? Who knows, dude? Like, I'm so exhausted trying to figure this stuff out. That's why my exhaustion went from Warner Brothers over to Sony when it comes to not knowing what the hell they're doing. Yeah. My opinion. Yeah. Monte, Venom 3 confirmed. Are you down, or are you like, nah?
I mean, you know, yeah, it's kind of like what Seth said. They're fun movies. People seem to like them. I'll give credit where credit's due. If you can get people to come and see your movie, even when it's not that good, you know, more power to you.
Fair. Yes. And Venom seems to do that. Venom seems to be just shut your mind off enough. But we all know it could be more. We all do. It could be a lot more. They just need Todd McFarlane in there. They need him in there giving clear direction. That won't ever happen. That dude has no clue what he's doing.
I'm wondering if Andy Serkis is going to come back for this one.
Who cares? What the hell did he add? What the hell did he add to the second one?
Nothing.
The second one just seemed like the first one, except Andy Serkis happened to direct it. So, like, great, good job, Andy Serkis. Speaking of Andy Serkis, he will be coming back as Alfred, because the Batman 2 has been confirmed, which we all knew. It's not
that wasn't a surprise.
It wasn't a surprise, but I'm glad that they're okay. Yes, we got it. Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves will be coming back. No big surprise there. Expectations though, Seth, what expectations do you have for Batman 2? Like, what do you want to see? Do you want to stay we want them to stay steady with where they're at and just keep that tone and stick with Matt Reeves' vision, or do you want them to go exploring into more fantastical territory? Please.
I'd want them to go exploring into more fantastical territory. Like, they can keep it as a grounded feel and still do fantastical things, like the Arkham games.
Yeah.
They still have a grounded feel to them, but they aren't grounded in reality, like that. Like, I'm hoping Mr. Freeze is the villain of this one. I think there's potential there.
I'm hoping for a little bit more of an obscure villain, like the Court of Owls. I would love to see that.
Court of Owls wasn't that hinted at in the Batman?
Not that I know of.
I believe it was.
Be cool.
I believe it was. I don't know where, but me, when I'm at work, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I remember one of the podcasts I listened to said the Court of Owls. There is an Easter egg in the Batman for the Court of Owls. I don't know where it is. I need to get my fact checker on that, and that's Seth. Seth, you're my fact checker. Monte, did you ever see the Batman yet?
I have been trying to. It's even out to stream now, and I still haven't gotten to it.
We were supposed to do a live watch party, which
I know. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm gonna do it probably as we get off of here.
Now
I have time.
Likely. Let's see here. I don't know why I can't see these bottom comments. Marvel DC El Muerto is going to be a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. Right there. Marvel DC. Knows what they're talking about. If their name isn't confusing enough, who they support.
Here we go. The jokes have already started. We went through the same thing when Venom came out. Venom 2, Morbius. It's gonna be Craven next. Craven is cinema, is what everybody's gonna say. Craven's cinema. Then Madam Web is cinema.
Listen, I don't care. Like,
that is not a movie; it's a film.
Right. If they all come out in the same tone, the same low-hanging fruit of entertainment that Venom is, that's fine. But I'm ready for them to piece together. I don't see the big picture yet, and I'm hoping when I do see the big picture, I'm going to be like,
oh, yes, what they were good movies.
Oh my God, now I get it. That's why Morbius sucked.
It was supposed to.
It was supposed to suck. Yeah, exactly. We might dive into Sony's master plan sooner or later.
You're wishing too much from Sony. You're wanting too much from them. A plan? It's hilarious. They laugh at you when you say something like that.
See, Seth, this is what I'm talking about. We used to talk about this way about Warner Brothers. Now we're talking about Sony. We're like, okay, Warner Brothers, Discovery got you. Well, we're gonna let you figure that out. But now Sony's like, hey, guess what? We're fucking up. Here's this great movie, makes $1 billion, first one since the pandemic. Here's our second movie since after the pandemic. It bombed.
We're gonna fuck up harder than anyone ever has. We're gonna reach levels of fucked up that you didn't even think were possible.
And they all just high five each other and they miss. Yeah,
we
awesome.
did it.
We're gonna ruin an entire franchise, but make a bunch of money doing it. So then we're just gonna do it over and over again.
Because we think we're doing it right.
Man.
Y'all called me crazy, but look who's laughing now. I don't know why I did that accent.
That makes sense.
Well, let's see here. We got a comment here. Let's see. I gotta get rid of this thing. I cannot read those comments. Aaron White, what's up, buddy? I want the Batman 2 to be shorter. I don't mind long movies, but I felt every minute of its runtime, and it's not very rewatchable in my opinion.
I agree with that. I rewatched it yesterday. That movie drags.
So did I.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
It's a good movie, but it just drags on. It feels 2 hours and 55 minutes long.
Yeah.
We could watch a Snyder cut and it's over. It's entertaining, start to finish, at least to me.
And it's 4 hours long.
It doesn't feel 4 hours long, but the Batman feels as long as it is. Ugh.
That's what she said. But sorry. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, the Batman first one could have been shorter. I mean, they could have shaved at least 15 minutes off that pretty easy, I think. But I don't mind long movies as long as the investment is worth it. Though my only issue with the Batman right now, it's the same thing that I've always said, and I've tried watching this movie. I've watched this movie 4 times now.
That's awesome.
The first time I had a lens on saying, like, oh my God, this movie just reminds me of every other Batman movie I've ever seen. And I came to the conclusion that, well, because all the other Batman movies have pulled from the same source material, and now we're just regurgitating that. And the only Batman that went away from that was, Zack Snyder's, Ben Affleck Batman, which that's the Batman I want to see. I want to see the alien fighting Batman. But now we're back to this grounded, gritty Batman, and I've seen it. The movie's great. I really enjoy it. I've watched it 4 times, but every time I watch it, Seth, I can't stop. I try to take those glasses off and like just watch the movie for what it is. But yeah, I'm like, dude, I've seen this. I've seen it. And like, I'm going to steal a quote from one Batman franchise. I'm going to appropriately apply it here. And that is the Batman is the Batman movie we deserve. It's just not the one we need right now. The one we needs to be out in space, whooping Steppenwolf's ass or Darkseid's ass and doing stuff we've never seen Batman do before. That's the Batman we need.
I don't want to see Batman in outer space. I think we have very different ideas of fantastical.
I want to watch Batman beat up Vin Diesel in the new Fast and Furious movie.
Why would we have different opinions about fantastical? I don't.
Because when I hear the word Batman and fantastical, I don't imagine Batman fighting aliens in outer space. I imagine Batman fighting like Clayface.
Okay, but in a universe where my point is that's an umbrella statement. So like when Batman is outer space, you open the door for him to be fighting a Clayface on Earth as well. Like all those fantastical doors are open, and we're still talking about the same thing. I just really wanted to go in space because they have the space station out there. That's supposed to be a thing too, right? So Anyway, going down a rabbit hole. Well, Monte, I would ask you if you are excited, but you got to see the first one to really know.
I'm happy that it's getting a sequel. If it's if it's got a sequel, it must have been good, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's why they're making Venom 3.
Yeah, that's why they're making 27 goddamn fucking Transformer movies.
Yeah, holy shit.
What about Joker? Do you want that iteration of Joker, Seth, to come be more prominent, or do you still want him to take a back seat for Batman 2?
Take a back seat.
I agree. I still want him to be around, but I want him to be hinted at and then maybe come into the third one as like a mastered, antagonist. But
give him a new design.
I almost feel like that movie being so grounded and everything the way that it was, and already taking a character that's usually a side character, and yes, he's the arch villain and stuff, but the way that movie was made, it's good enough to be left alone. And I almost wish that they would leave it alone. Like just let it be good by itself.
What movie?
Joker.
Oh, okay. See, he doesn't know because he hasn't seen the Batman.
Yeah. There's another. Yeah, I've seen scenes of it.
Right. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Number one, stupid if you put him into an actual Batman movie and put him in a Batman movie that he doesn't belong into. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I want Joaquin Phoenix Joker to be a part of the Batman." It makes no sense. Makes no sense that that's the Joker, that he just wouldn't fit there for a multitude of reasons. But no, I agree that Joker should stay. But they did present a new Joker, and I'll tell you what: the more and more I sit and absorb that Joker, the more I want to see. Paul, who played that Joker?
Barry Keoghan.
Thank you, Barry Keoghan. Yeah. The more I watch that deleted interrogation scene, or not interrogation scene, where Batman's seeking help from the Joker, the more I watch that, the more unique and creative I find that iteration of Joker being. When I first watched it,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, dude.
When I first watched it, I really thought this is Heath Ledger ripoff. The Heath Ledger, and then to the 10th power. But now that I've watched it more and more, and I've really gotten good feel of what they were trying to go for. And I wouldn't mind seeing that Joker, but that Joker can't be like in the next movie, like, I'm the Joker. Like, no, he needs to be like, he needs to stay in the background until like at least halfway through the third movie, and then come with like this master plan that's been overseen since the first movie. Little things from the first movie will be like, oh my God, that was the Joker the whole time. So that's just my thoughts. What were you going to say, Monte, before?
The way that, it was presented, again, I know you don't read the comics and stuff. In the New 52, which is one of the comics for DC, they presented a different version of the Joker that is maniacal and like really, really fucking evil. There is no, gray area where you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad for him. No, there's none of that shit. It is straight up, this guy is terrifying. Like, he cuts off his own face and leaves it for Batman. And, it's so dark, but it's so good. It's not like depressing dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They gave us kind of that Batman in Gotham a little bit, at least a nod of the hat to him.
Yeah. And that's kind of what this Joker feels like. He feels scary. He doesn't feel like someone people are going to want to cosplay as, because he's not relatable. He's fucking scary the way that he's supposed to be. And,
well, I'll tell you what, the one who pops up in the Batman, he looks scary in hell.
Yeah, it looks good. I did like that.
All right, so Batman 2 has been confirmed. Boom. One other thing that's been confirmed, Ghostbusters 4. And the article that I read, which I believe was Screen Rant, was calling it Ghostbusters 5 because they were including the 2016 reboot. But that's not part of like continuity. I'm just going to take that and put it over here in the Scooby-Doo bin of movies, because that's what that movie was to me. It was a Scooby-Doo movie wrapped in Ghostbusters flesh. But so Ghostbusters 4 is confirmed. They're going to move forward. Mum's the word of if any of the actors are going to show back up. Probably Dan Aykroyd, I'm sure, will show up. I'm sure Dan Aykroyd. And what I really hope is the story that they set up with the Ghostbusters corpse. I hope that comes to fruition, where you can have multiple teams of Ghostbusters that are all out in different parts of the city. We can watch one movie of the Ghostbusters, and then next week watch Ghostbusters LA, Ghostbusters Hawaii, kind of like the CSI sort of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Right. It's the thing I really enjoy about it is because it will give us an endless amount of stories, but it'll also still directly connect back to the original franchise. But Ghostbusters Afterlife, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I haven't seen it again since my first watch, but I really did enjoy that first watch. Seth, not so much. So what do you think about Ghostbusters 4 being announced?
It makes sense to me. They directly set it up. They set up the new team and everything. I think we could all see this coming, that they were going to do another Ghostbusters movie.
Right, but where's your thoughts on it? Like, do you care? Do you think?
I personally don't really. No, I mean, hopefully it's good, but
yeah,
I don't really personally care about it too much.
Man, it's crazy hearing somebody say that, because like for me, Ghostbusters was where it was at like the whole time. Like that's when I was a kid. That's the Ghostbusters was it. So hearing my kid, hearing my flesh and blood over here say meh about Ghostbusters, I'm like, God. Monte, I don't know if you saw Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I started watching it, and then my internet crapped out, so then we just had to wait a day to watch it again, and we just never could. But I did like what I saw so far. And
how far did you make it into it?
Like 40 minutes, not even that much. But it's one of those things like Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2. They're timeless. They're really that good that they stay good.
Yeah.
Some movies are like that. Some movies can just have that staying power. And
Yeah, they do. One thing I hope they bring back in Ghostbusters 4, because even though I did like Afterlife, there's a core element that's missing from the movie, and that is the essence of the original Ghostbusters. These four dudes, they're like just guys, like, listen, we're just chasing the paranormal and having a beer, like they had this camaraderie that I really enjoyed that was raw, and I really enjoyed. It was raw because it was simplistic, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I hope they bring that essence back into it some way, somehow, and I hope Rick Moranis will show up in it as well. So
yeah,
because he was the one missing. He was the one missing out of Afterlife, and that sucks. All right, well, Ghostbusters 4. Let us know in the comments. Are you guys excited for Ghostbusters 4, Batman 2, Venom 3, all these things that have been confirmed? Let us know in the comments if you are interested in those, or if you're driving and listening to us in podcast style. Number one, thank you. Number two, you can actually give us a call. We have a phone line open, 740-527-3447. Feel free to give us a call, and don't be a douche. All right. I'll leave that number up for a little bit. All right, moving on to something else. Okay. Super Mario Brothers was announced, right? Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
Yeah. More like 4 years ago, but yes.
Oh, well, but not with Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt announcement was about 6 or 7 months ago now, yeah.
Okay, see, you can see how well my old man brain works, because that was like, I'm going to be one of those people when I say the other day, I mean, like, when like Seth was 12.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah. It says, remember the other day when you were born? Yeah.
Remember 3 Olympics ago when
I'm just gonna start measuring everything in moons. That will really age me. It's been a fortnight. All right.
It's been a fortnight.
Well, they announced Super Mario Brothers, and they announced Chris Pratt was gonna play Mario, which okay. It was kind of received all right, but some people had weird things to say, and I'm sure there's the woke nation out there that's
he's not even Italian.
Right, shut the fuck up.
There's also not a plumber. Like, fuck off, dude.
Right, when does it end? Well, those people can sit and boast for a moment, because Super Mario Brothers movie pushed back until 2023. But why, Steve? I don't really know, but I did find this from Screen Rant. It says Nintendo, one of the official production companies on the film, has announced that Super Mario Brothers will release next year. It will debut in North America on April 7th before arriving in Japan on April 28th. Additionally, Deadline mentions Universal has moved Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, to Super Mario Brothers original December 23rd spot. That's from Screen Rant. Okay, well, is Puss in Boots good? Like, is that a good thing?
People like the first one quite a bit. I have only watched it once, and I was like 8, so I don't remember anything about it.
It was the greatest film I've ever seen.
I don't remember anything about it, but they've been working on this second one ever since the first one came out. Hold on, I'm gonna look up when did the first one come out.
It was a little bit ago.
2011. So 11 years now they've been working on this sequel.
Oh my
God, man, even James Cameron was ahead of the curve when it came out with coming out with your sequels, over a decade later.
It's going to be their version of Avatar.
Right.
That's how much weight it carries.
Avatar still took longer, but
yeah.
That's what I mean. James Cameron's still leading.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean.
He's a pioneer.
When you said leading, I thought you meant like he's going to release his first. I thought you meant it was taking less time. That was my
No. So, but why is this movie being pushed back? Listen, if I were asked that question, I don't have the answer to why exactly it's being pushed back, but I would definitely say it has something to do with this common obstacle that we've noticed with movie companies lately, and especially animated movie companies, is the pandemic really put things really behind. And now that we're coming out to the other side of that, a lot of these movies that were on hold are now being greenlit. Go. Well, there's only a certain amount of people who can work on these movies at a time. So oh, well, we have this movie and it's all CGI. So get our CGI people on this. What do you mean they're still working on Morbius? You know, like, what do you mean they're still working on this? What do you mean Doctor Strange comes out next week? They're still working on effects because there's a limited amount of people. And I think that's probably why a lot of these delays are happening, especially with heavy animated films. Into the Spider-Verse being another prime example. It was supposed to come out this year, and it's been pushed back into 2023 as well. And I would theorize for the same reason. Seth, what do you think? Do you think that's what I'm saying is tangible, or do you have a completely different theory, or maybe you know something I don't?
Yeah, no, I think you're right, but at the same time, like usually now when a movie gets delayed, I don't really ask the question why, because I really don't care. Like, okay, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but maybe it'll be better now. Like, unless there's a reason that I should be worried about it, then I don't really care why a movie was delayed.
Yeah. Right, Morbius? Should be better now. Took you 2.5 years.
You had a longer time. You could have checked up. You could have double checked your work.
They did, and they decided to take a whole bunch of nonsensical shit out of it.
Unless I have a reason to be worried, then I don't really care why a movie gets delayed anymore. Usually, I'm kind of just like numb to it anyway now. Because like it used to be like, oh, when a movie gets delayed, you're just like, no, man, I didn't want that to get delayed. But now when a movie gets delayed, you're like, oh, okay.
I know a movie getting delayed. Yeah, a movie getting delayed is like, it's like the same feeling I have when gas prices jump like 50 cents in a day. You know, like it's like I used to hate it and I used to bitch about it, like say, oh my god, 50 cents, how can you do that? Oh my god, the world's coming to an end. Now I'm just kind of like, I hate you, but that's the way it is. So thanks for making me feel that way. Yeah, it's I don't know where that comparison came from, but it makes sense. Seth, I want to agree with you, and I think for the most part you do have a point, but I also think there is, and I will go back to Warner Brothers for this. You know, Warner Brothers, when they do delays or when they have done delays in the past or change things up, it doesn't really work out for them very well. And that's the thing that scares me when you hear that movies are being pushed back. Now, granted, I will say that animated movies are a little different because of the reason I just said. You have animators that there's a finite amount of them, and they're all being tapped into this, you know, into this industry that's chock full of CGI now. So if it was live action, I would be more concerned. The fact that it's animated, I'm not that concerned at all. Monte, when you hear about Super Mario Bros., I know your most anticipated movie of the year, but it's being pushed back.
I've been waiting for a sequel since the 90s.
Right? Oh, come on, John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo, who was also Italian.
There's a part in that movie, I just want to point it out. I know most people won't remember it, and it's good for you. But there's a part for that movie, and it's where Super Mario just kind of goes through a wall, and then he falls through the multiverse the same as Doctor Strange does, and that still freaks me out a little bit. It is like exactly the same as when Doctor Strange gets like punched out of his body and everything. It's the same thing, just with 90s animation.
Listen, guys, I'm one of those people. Some reason I like Diamonds in the Rough. I don't mind the original Super Mario Brothers movie. It's one of those movies.
They had the same set as Blade Runner.
I could sit down and watch that movie, and like I kind of get the concept. I'm the same with Fantastic Four, the one that tried to go darker. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah, studio involvement really fucked with it and made it not as good, but Josh Trank's vision, I could definitely see where he was going. But that's the same thing with Super Mario Brothers. It was heavily forced to change its route mid-production due to studio involvement. But Monte, are you concerned? Do you even give a shit about animated movies being pushed back, or even a movie in general? When you hear that a movie that you're really looking forward to gets pushed back, does that concern you about what is going on behind the scenes, or are you just more like disappointed?
I'm kind of like right in the middle of both of you. Like, I feel like it's a good thing sometimes. Like, oh, maybe they're gonna fix a couple things. Other times it's like reshoots, and not all the time is that good, But I have a little bit of a more positive attitude sometimes whenever production companies decide to, hey, okay, we need to work on a couple things. Oh, Chris Pratt's gonna be in like 3 movies this next year. We got to give him a little bit of time to get his Italian plumber voice ready.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is booked. Oh, he's got Jurassic World 5 and 6 he's working on. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is a good point to stay positive and don't. There could be a multitude of reasons, and studio involvement is not necessarily a bad thing.
Not all the time.
Imagine all the movies that we've seen where studio involvement was a good thing, but we don't complain about it because it was a good thing. So we don't really. We're not. How many people do you go, man, this movie was wonderful?
What if
had to be studio involvement?
Making E.T. and Steven Spielberg was like, and then I was going to have E.T. before he takes off, put on the Indiana Jones hat. And they're like, okay, yeah, it's a good thing the studio stepped in. Steven's going a little bit wild, strange with power.
No, that's what would have happened if they let George Lucas direct an E.T. movie. That's
Jar Jar Binks comes out of the ship, and that's his gimp.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're in big trouble now.
Could you imagine Jar Jar Binks trying to talk with that red ball in his mouth? So anyway, Aaron White says Bob Hoskins played Mario in the original 1993 movie. He isn't Italian either. Yes, he is.
But he had a mustache.
Mario,
that's my case.
Well, no, but he is British, so that's close enough, right?
Yeah.
So
Mario has been played by an Italian once.
Was it the really horrible animated, or not the animated show, the live action show?
The half animated, half live action show?
Yeah,
that one. That was it.
That's a thing.
That is a thing.
That
I
was
used to have it on
thing,
DVD.
It's terrifying. It's nightmare fuel.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is a thing. You know what though? I'll say something about this movie. I might have said it when Chris Pratt was announced, but it's concerning to me. They've said he's not using his regular voice, so he's not just going to sound like Chris Pratt, but he's also not doing the Mario
voice.
But he's also not doing the Mario voice.
Oh,
both of those are concerning to me. Like, because you hear he's not doing the Mario voice, so you just assume like, oh, he's just gonna walk in and talk like Chris Pratt, and then he's like, nope, he's not doing that either.
Hello, I'm Mario.
Then what's he doing?
Why
He sounds like Bobcat.
I
I don't know what I'm doing.
I would just really like to be Mario, man. Yeah.
Mario.
I think this movie actually could be half decent though.
Yeah,
I'm sure
the first
it'll be
Sonic movie
fun.
was pretty good. I was pretty surprised about that.
The only reason I say that is because Nintendo has held out on making a movie for like 3 decades. So something about this one won them over.
Good.
Something about this one convinced them to jump back into the movie world. Like, there was something about this script that they were like, you know what? This is worth it. We're going to come out of our movie shadow that we've been in for 30 years, and we're going to make a movie for the first time. Now, I guarantee you, if this movie sucks, they're never making another movie again.
They're like, see, I told you. They're going back inside now.
They also made the new Ninja Turtles movie, didn't they?
Nintendo?
Did they?
I was thinking Nickelodeon. God.
Oh, you're thinking of Nickelodeon? Yeah.
I was gonna say, holy shit, really?
No, I was thinking Nickelodeon in but in my head when I saw the Nickelodeon logo, it just said Nintendo in my brain.
Yeah, no,
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Last and only movie Nintendo has ever made was the Mario movie from the 90s. That's it. That is their track record at the moment. So
we don't want to make the same mistake again. But let's do another Mario movie.
If this movie's good though, like if people like it and it like makes money, I guarantee you they're gonna greenlight like 6 movies. Like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, here's all of our properties, take them. Here's all of our properties. Got a Donkey Kong movie, Legend of Zelda movie, and like Monte said, we're gonna build up to our end game, Super Smash Bros. Movie.
Right.
Bring in Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu because that happens. I forgot Ryan Reynolds played Pikachu.
I just can't wait for like the anthology of Donkey Kong, you know, like
Donkey Kong is in this movie. He's being played by Seth Rogen.
Exactly who I would imagine.
And there's already been some reports, nothing from like anyone major, but there's already been some reports that they're already working on a Donkey Kong spin-off.
Boom. See, I called
so
it right
like,
here. Yep.
I called that back when the movie was announced, when the cast was announced.
Can't we just say Film Trigger called it?
Nope, I called it.
All right. Well, that's good. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Seth. So, he's gonna boot me off. I know it. You gonna be the better man? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, okay, Mario Brothers, they're done. See you later. See you in 2023. All right. So James Wan, who known horror.
That was beautiful.
And Tall Bill becomes a law. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I forget who told me that. I've done it since high school. Like whenever somebody walks in on a conversation you don't want them to hear about, maybe you're talking about them, you always just say, and that's how a bill becomes a law. And like they don't care about what you're talking about. Anyway, so James Wan came in. He's one of the original creators of Saw, the Conjuring series, which has a whole slew of different titles that include Insidious and La Llorona or what have you.
Is Insidious
Annabelle.
Conjuring?
I believe, yeah. Insidious is it?
I think it's the other way around.
don't
The
know.
Conjuring's part of Insidious, man. Oh no. It's
Wouldn't
just the
that
same.
also
same
work the other way
production
around?
company. Yeah, you're right.
See, okay.
No, Spider-Man's not in Marvel. Marvel's in Spider-Man.
Oh, they're not. They're different franchises. Wow.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
They seem very well. Both ran by James Wan, and then he did that recent one that
Malignant.
Malignant, yeah, which is I thought was quirky. It was a quirky, fun movie.
That
And
was a fucking movie. Was fucking wild.
it was a crazy one. Yeah, it's a crazy ride. So now he has a new horror movie coming out, and we don't know much about it. And I want to see if you guys think the same thing I'm thinking. And so I'm going to read this to you. Just let me read it. And then when I'm done, I'll count to 3 and we can all say one thing that this reminds you of. Okay. We'll see if we're on the same page here. James Wan, new horror villain revealed as Megan or M. Thregan. Although still clearly in the horror genre, Megan will add a sci-fi element of the film as it follows Gemma or Gemma. That's a whole other debate. Of robotics, who creates Megan a life-like doll that uses artificial intelligence and is marketed as being a child's companion and a parent's helper. A child's companion and a parent's helper. On a count of 3, what does this sound like to you? 1, 2, 3. Child's Play.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Specifically Child's Play from 2019. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It sounds exactly like Child's Play. So like, even though I hear James Wan and I see this, I'm like, oh man, look at that! Look how realistic that doll is. It's kind of cute. That's kind of weird. But like, I read this and it just says Chucky. That it said like Seth said, the 2019 Child's Play reboot that they did with Mark Hamill playing Chucky, which was a great movie, by the way. I love that movie. Y'all, people can kiss my ass. I don't care. I love that Chucky movie, and I still like the old ones as well. We have enough room for both, but this just sounds like a regurgitation of this. Seth, can James Wan make this Megan movie with what you just heard, but not make it seem like it's a Chucky movie remake?
Of course it can be done.
But do you think it will? Like, what are your hopes with that?
So James Wan's just producing this movie, right? So, who is directing this movie? I don't know anything about this movie. Hold on.
Well, it's from James Wan. I don't know if he's directing it.
He's just producing it. Hold on. This director's name is Gerard Johnstone. What is he done?
That sounds like a strong name. Sounds like a fine lad.
John Smith.
I'm John Smith. Jimbo. Hi,
John Johnson.
Not many movies under his belt. He's got only 2 movies, and they're both like not rated, meaning they didn't even get to the MPAA rating system.
Rosie from the Jetsons. That's funny.
You know what? That's not a bad.
Yeah.
If it wasn't horror, Aaron White, I would say yes. That's more on the nose. But the fact you add that horror element, it just says Chucky all the way around.
Yeah.
All right, Seth. So what would we conclude? James Wan's producer.
With James Wan, it's still being attached to it, whether he's the director or not. It could work. I don't know. I'm not gonna come out here and say I think it will or won't, but it can definitely be done. And I don't know. I don't have much interest in it. I don't see myself seeing this movie.
I have to see a trailer first.
The only way I can see myself seeing this movie is if it comes out and everybody's like, "Wow, that's good." Like that's a good horror movie.
Surprise.
Yeah, if people come out saying stuff like that, then sure, maybe I'll watch it. But other than that, I don't know. It doesn't really interest me right now.
I mean, just friendship has evolved. It just sounds like it's just a different version of like Chucky's tagline, he's your buddy till the end. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just a little too on the nose. Seth, when we were backstage and I read that to you because you said you didn't know much about it, you were about to say something. I said, don't say anything. Save it to the live stream. Were you going to bring up Chucky?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad I told you not to say anything. All right. Good. It's there. It is. It's a thing. And James Wan is going to do it. Listen, I like James Wan, and I hope it works. That's all I can say. Until I see a trailer, until I see a trailer, I'm just going to assume this is Chucky female, and not like the female that's already in the Chucky movies, but a different thing. But yeah. AI, just like you said, Seth, 2019 reboot of Chucky with a female. All right. There you go. There's that. Okay. Well, other than that, that's all I have, unless there's some CinemaCon updates, Seth, that have come out that we didn't talk about.
Nothing right now. I will say this. The Universal one starts in about an hour. We won't be live for that, of course, but that does start fairly soon. I think that's one of the last big ones. Because we've already had Disney, WB, and Sony. Those were kind of like the big ones of this. Right. So they have
there's still Paramount too.
Oh yeah, I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, Paramount actually could be pretty good.
I want a new Turtles movie.
We've got one coming out.
Live action?
No, animated. Y'all disrespect animated movies too much.
No, I don't disrespect animated movies.
Y'all treat them like they're not real movies.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
You literally just went, "Is it live action?" I said no, and you went, "Nah." Like that's
what I want.
Nah, whatever.
Be gone, peasant.
Exactly.
Listen, I love the 2006 CGI Ninja Turtles movie. I thought it was great, but and I thought the live action ones following it were okay. The Out of the Shadows being the superior one of that franchise, but I want them to literally come back with a sequel to the 1990s Ninja Turtles and make it good. Retcon part 3 and on. I think 3 is it, but you could even retcon part 2 and just start a story from there. I want that movie back. That movie was lightning in a bottle, and it's still today, at least for me, the most superior Ninja Turtles movie. Just storytelling.
I love that movie.
The story is so good.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that movie.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
I doubt that we will get any news on a live action Ninja Turtles movie. Yeah, but I am actually excited for this animated one because
I like Seth Rogen is bringing to light, right?
Yeah, Seth Rogen is doing this one, and he's done a lot of good lately, with especially with comic books, comic book properties and stuff. He does The Boys. I know you didn't watch it, but Invincible was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was also animated.
Very surprised with that one.
That show is messed up. Yeah. That was way gorier than I thought it would be. But yeah, maybe they'll do something for Ninja Turtles. I want news on Transformers though. Is that Paramount? That's Paramount, right? Yeah, I think that's Paramount.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I remember because of the damn mountain and the stars.
Because they had unique.
Wow,
stars.
Branding works.
They had the noise. Okay, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so I'm hoping for something Transformers related. I know we probably won't see any footage. They'll probably show some footage at the event.
R-rated Transformers.
Maybe give some titles for the sequels, because we have the one coming out next year, which is called Rise of the Beasts, and we already know they're doing 2 and 3 of it. They've already greenlit the whole trilogy, so I'm excited for Transformers to finally make a good comeback. because I've always thought the first 4 of the Michael Bay movies were just fun. They're just fun. Like they're dumb fun.
Yeah, they became dumber every sequel. Yeah.
I thought the fifth one was just bad. Like,
is that the one with Mark Wahlberg, or was that the fourth one?
Both of them had Mark Wahlberg.
Got a transformer. Like,
that caused a transformer. Yeah,
both of them had Mark Wahlberg, but the one we saw was the fourth one.
Okay, yeah, because I just thought it was amazing because here we are. Because for a long time, the Transformers movies all came out on Seth's birthday.
This one, Rise of the Beast, was supposed to come out on my birthday this year. It was scheduled for June 24th, 2022, but for some reason, with an unannounced reason, but for some reason they pushed it to June of next year. And it's coming out on like June 23rd now or something.
Seth has an impeccable like release date birthday for movies. But my point was like we went and saw the fourth one in theaters, and Seth, at least maybe more so than me than Seth, but like I was just in complete awe of the fact that Optimus Prime was saying Cade, our last name, through the whole movie, because that was what's his name's character?
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's character's
name was Cade. And like so this whole movie we're hearing Optimus Prime, Cade. I'm like, what? Like,
what do you need, Optimus?
I got you, buddy.
I remember we made a joke. Optimus Prime was like, Cade, get out of here. I mean, you looked at each other like, okay. And then we stood up and then we just sat right back down. But
Optimus Prime, like, you guys a douche, huh? Wow. All right. Well, that's basically it for today, I think, everybody, unless there's something else anybody else wants to bring up.
There was one last thing that I wanted to put out here. I had it typed out, but then we dove into the Paramount rabbit hole. I'll add this real quick. I just want to talk about this really quickly. It wasn't released, but we have info on what happened in this trailer, and I have it right here. I was just going to read it real quick. In quotes, it says, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." We just saw a new trailer for The Flash that ends with Michael Keaton's Batman delivering that classic Batman line. Bunch of new footage, including several Batman suits, Batmobile shots, and a quick look at Michael Shannon's General Zod.
Nice.
Wow.
And I also saw some people saying that you don't see her, but Feora is there as well. Nice. But she has like a helmet on.
Good. Is the Flash going to be in this movie?
That's what I was about to bring up. Where's the Flash stuff?
Well, I think they're kind of like, hey, Ezra, take a back seat for a little while.
Relax a little bit.
Calm down.
But the thing is that
you need a club soda.
He tries to fight immediately. What?
Fucking say to me?
I'll kick your ass. What'd you say?
They probably thought Ezra Miller would show up and start terrorizing CinemaCon, like
biting off the heads of Kevin Feige.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is that I've seen some people say that they weren't hiding Ezra Miller from the Flash trailer. Ezra Miller was still there.
Well, yeah, but that's not what we're excited about. Like,
right.
It's not like I'm excited to see Michael Keaton, and he's going to deliver, like you just said, the trailer that they showed at CinemaCon. He delivered that line. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That feels cheesy. Like, I know he said it in the original one, and it is a callback.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It made sense there, but now it just feels like they're just doing it again for the.
He said the thing.
Yeah, right.
He said the thing, like the Family Guy thing. Like, oh, he said it. He said it. Like,
what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just, I don't know. Just pointing it out. I rolled my eyes when I read that. I was like, that's what we're doing here. Okay, this is the movie we're doing here.
Oh,
okay,
that kind of movie.
And they even gave context of when he said it, because I guess people got a full look at him.
Yeah, it's actually part of the original trailer when Ezra Miller's The Flash looks at him and says, "Are you in?" And we all just presume that he was looking at Michael Keaton's Batman, but we didn't know. We just figured because it looked like he was in the Batcave or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, "Are you in?" And that's when they turn to Michael Keaton. And he goes, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." What you left out, Seth, is that he did grab a fire poker and smash a vase randomly as well. So there's a little off-putting. He was in the Bat Cave. I don't know what hell he's doing with the fire poker. Anyway,
but
it's cold in here.
So we also got. Oh wait, it's cold. You talking about bat nipples?
Yeah, starting to feel a little cold in here.
Anyone else feeling cold? Anyone?
I know I am.
You want to touch him?
Why is Zod the villain of the first ever Flash movie? We assume he's the villain. Maybe he won't be. Maybe he's only like a partial villain. But because with the way they're advertising it,
you know the answer to this.
Because WB doesn't know what they're doing.
No, because WB is trying to, at least old Warner Brothers, which new Warner Brothers can't really do much with what they have. They're just this is the movie. This is reboot the movie without rebooting anything.
Then
so they're going to bring
Zod here.
What they're going to do is they're going to 100% completely neuter everything that happened in Man of Steel. They're going to take that Man of Steel movie that is probably one of the most underrated comic book movies of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time, and they're going to neuter it because they don't want to take the blame for what they did to the whole Zack Snyder thing, and they just want to brush it under the rug. So how are they going to do that? Flash, also known as reboot the movie. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to neuter Man of Steel. They're going to take all the elements we like from that, put it in this movie, and go, this is the new Man of Steel essence now, and move forward. That's what I feel.
You know, it would have been nice, honestly. A Flash movie. Like, can we get a Flash movie? The Flash has never had a movie before, and his first movie sounds like he has nothing to do with the Flash.
He's being hijacked.
The villain is General Zod. They literally said the Flash starring Michael Keaton on stage yesterday. Like, because they were avoiding mentioning Ezra Miller, which I understand, but the sentence, the Flash starring Michael Keaton is just funny to me.
The Flash starring Batman.
Yeah. I've seen some people make jokes that the first poster for the movie is just going to be the bat symbol, like a reference to like the 1989 Batman poster. It's just going to be the bat symbol. It says the Flash under it.
Wow. When you say 2002, do you mean that just the year the trailer came out? Because the Flash is now a 2023 movie.
That's it's what I meant. Yeah, my bad. I can't edit it while it's up there, really.
Nope, you can't. Well, anyway, you can leave it down, Seth. I think we've covered that. Unless there's...
Nope.
Okay.
I got nothing else to say, but I'm going to leave it up there.
Monte, are you interested in the Flash movie at all?
I would love for them to make one.
They did. That's what the rumor is.
Yeah, that's a rumor going around. I hear that it's mostly Batman. A bunch of different Batmen.
No.
Yeah, Ben Affleck's in this movie.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's in this movie. Adam West is being rumored to be in this movie.
No. At least his CGI ghost.
Yeah.
Which is still so creepy.
I'll say this about... no, never mind. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we can go down that one.
I'll talk about that backstage. But yeah, I don't know. They showed some other trailers that aren't really worth diving into. Like, they did an Aquaman trailer. They did a Black Adam trailer. I will say this about the Aquaman one, just real quick. They're cutting Mira out of this movie. Like, they aren't going to, like, remove her from it, but the plot is Aquaman and Orm, his brother Orm, teaming up against Black Manta, not Aquaman and Mira. So, it sounds like they gave her a smaller role for this movie.
What happened to your girlfriend? We don't. Something with her ex.
This is when we get another merger of movies and find out that she ran away with Jack Sparrow. Yeah,
Aquaman into the Aquaverse will keep coming, and then she'll die.
If Spider-Man can do it, why not Aquaman?
Fuck it, man. Let's get them all.
Aquaman into the Aquaverse. Let it be written.
Aquaman into the puddle.
If they do a multiverse, like I do want to see like classic, like right off the pages, Aquaman riding a goddamn seahorse. Like I want to see it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go wild with this Aquaman too. I'm actually really excited for this movie.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. Seth Draven, buddy, thank you for joining. Always a pleasure. You're always so insightful, so knowledgeable.
Thanks.
Monte, glad you can come. We got to get off of here before Monte disappears into the darkness. So right now we're planning on going live Friday at 6 p.m. Maybe it might be 7. I might push it back. We'll see. But Friday evening, definitely will be going live with more drive-by news, and then we're on our new schedule. Like, we don't do Sundays anymore. I want to do something on Sundays, but I think I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. But as of now, we'll see you Friday and then back on Monday for drive-by news. Everybody, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Stay trigger happy, my friends. Peace.